Hey guys, it's Nancy Ann. I thought I would attempt to just have a little conversation with you while I get my makeup done, getting ready to record today. I just put out a Halara haul. And by the way, I'm not going to tell you my makeup as I do it. A lot of this is older stuff that quite frankly needs to be replaced and may not even be around anymore. But that's out. I had planned on filming my FabFitFun today, and those, I don't know if this is going to come out before or after the FabFitFun. And then, where is my sponge? Found it. And then yesterday I was surprised that a Fashom came in. I had said that Fashom was going to send me a new box to record, and it was supposed to be of their new plan. Get a box and pay $85 for the whole box, or just pay full price for what you keep. But it didn't come, and I was expecting it long before we had the whole debacle with Sam going to the hospital. And if you want to be caught up on that, just go ahead and check my community posts. I kind of kept everybody updated on there. But yesterday I came home and there it was, and I wasn't expecting to get one. I thought it would be here long before he went into the hospital. And I thought, oh, it's just not coming. And it was time to really kind of take a breather for a little bit after the FabFitFun comes out. But I'm going to have to film that because they sent me the box free for review. And one thing I'll say about Fashom, and I'll probably mention this in the video too, is that they have integrity. I mean, you can say what you want to about their styles, but they have integrity, and they do what they say they're going to do. She sent me an email and said, your box has arrived, and by the way, it's not the 5 for 85 if you keep all of it. This is a 5 for 55 box. We're still waiting on inventory to come in for the relaunch. So it's going to be the same one as before, but they saw that video and they didn't like it, and I think they are going to try and make it right. So I'm going to go ahead and find the time to film that. We're going to probably spread these out a little bit just to give ourselves a little bit of time to, like I said, take a deep breath. I did think everybody might be a little bit interested in knowing how Sam is doing, and since it tends to be only my diehard viewers who watch these Get Ready With Me's, and if you're not a diehard viewer and you're here, hi and welcome and thank you. I thought I would do this in large part to give everybody an update on how he's doing, and that update would be he's doing really well. He had a pulmonary embolism. For those who don't know, we did not know he had the pulmonary embolism until he went to the emergency room in Indianapolis, about an hour and 20 minutes away from us, and they diagnosed him correctly, finally, and they moved swiftly. I've never seen an emergency room team move that fast before. The doctor immediately suspected pulmonary embolism or pneumonia or both. He was right, it was both. And they had him in for a CAT scan and then in for surgery within just a few hours. It was really scary. He said blood clots, the doctor said blood clots, but he didn't say pulmonary embolism. I didn't put that together until about the time Sam was getting out of surgery, actually. Sam had to be awake during the surgery because on the drive up, he ate a cheese stick. And he said to me later, if I'd known that cheese stick was going to cause so much misery, I would have never eaten it. But they were afraid of him, putting him under general anesthesia. They were afraid of any other time I could have thought of the name, but where you can't go under general anesthesia if you have anything in your stomach. I'll think of the name in a minute. Somebody will type it down below too. So he made it through that okay. They didn't get all the clots out because they had spread so much through his lungs, but they got some out. I don't know a percentage, but they did pretty good. Immediately he felt somewhat better, a lot better actually. But he did spend 4 days in the hospital, and in hindsight, I'm thinking that's probably because they were concerned that one of those clots would break loose and still cause a stroke or a heart attack. He's had none of those. He's on blood thinners for at least the next, I thought 6 months, but he said 3. We'll see how it goes after that. If he still needs them, they don't know the cause of the pulmonary embolism. They tried to figure it out. That's a highlighter stick, by the way. They tried to figure that out, and probably a combination of things. So he had COVID in December. Then he had pneumonia in January, and then he had influenza A the end of February, beginning of March-ish. So those things combined with the fact that through right after the pneumonia, I don't even think it may have been all the way over, and then through the influenza A, which boy did we get sick. Through those things, he was teaching through that. So he normally, when he teaches online, he either does an 8-week master's course or a 3-week kind of like a continuing education type course for the military, and he usually doesn't do them one right after the other, and he did, and he's one of the instructors that actually cares about giving good grades and being thorough. And so he sits a lot, and I think maybe 11 weeks of sitting while being sick. And then my mother-in-law was saying also that fighter pilots tend to have a higher chance of getting blood clots. So I think it was a whole combination of things that caused that. He's moving more. That's one thing I told him was we need to start taking walks every day. He knows better than to sit for hours at a time now. And I'm always reminding him, have you gotten up? Have you gotten up? But the other thing that happened was I said to him, please stop teaching. It's time to fully retire. He's 65. It's time. He's done a lot. He flew fighter planes and flew in the Gulf War and got shot at and all sorts of stuff. And I think it's time. I think he's earned a retirement. We will make it work without the classes. He wasn't getting paid enough for as much work as he was doing anyway. And I forgot to put on my blush, my cream blush. So I'm going to grab instead, I think I'll grab this. I'll just grab a pink powder blush. The cream always lasts so much better through my recordings. So that's kind of what's going on here. That's a real quick update. A lot of miracles happened during that. I really saw God's hand in it. Sorry if I sound preachy. I just did. I'm a believer, and I don't believe for 1 minute God wasn't intervening on Sam's behalf. None of those clots, and he had a lot, and they weren't easy to get to. They weren't even sure they could do the surgery, but none of them went up to his brain or his heart, and that alone is a miracle. When I called 911, one of the EMTs was a veteran who had used veteran services around here, and he said, look, if you go back to the ER here, they're just going to tell you the same stuff they told you before, which was that they thought he had long COVID and he needed to do a little exercise. So then he went and he mowed the lawn, which could have killed him with the clots in his lungs. He said, you need to go up to the VA clinic in Indianapolis. So we did. He couldn't breathe long enough to walk. He couldn't even get up the steps. He wanted me to help him up the steps so I could drive him to a local ER, and I knew we weren't making it up those stairs. So something I wanted to tell also was what I kept from recent boxes, and there's only really been one since then, and that was Front Door Fashion. So if you watched that, and I'll try and remember to link that down below, there was a beautiful Diane von Furstenberg reversible dress. The price on it was $478. It was gorgeous. It was perfection. It was everything I was looking for, but it was $478. And so I put the dress on one more time. I always take the pieces I'm considering keeping upstairs and I play with them in my wardrobe just to make sure that they'll work. And I put that dress on one more time just for kicks and grins. And it was so pretty. I wanted to wear it once more. And I just walked out to him and I said, I just want to show you this gorgeous dress. And he said, that is beautiful. He said, are you going to get it? And I said, well, no, it's $478. I said, I do have 150 in credits because 3 of my wonderful viewers had used my referral link for their first Front Door Fashion box. I said, so that would bring it down to $328, and I paid a $100 deposit, which made what I owed now would be $228. But I still think that's expensive. But I joked that, today out the door, we could get each dress inside and out for $114 a piece. And he said, well, I don't mind if you keep it. But the thing is, with what happened with me insisting we were not going up those steps, and we were calling 911, which is what I call common sense, but he calls it saving his life. So I think uh, that helped. So I did get to keep the Diane von Furstenberg. That is the most expensive garment I have ever owned in my entire life. And I just love it. I wore it. I wore it to church already. I will be almost living in that thing this summer. So that's what I kept from Front Door Fashion. And I also kept the pink sleeveless wrap top. I love that because it has the little piece kind of like this, but it's built in high enough under the arms. The fit is real forgiving. It's just beautiful. Those are only two pieces I kept. I probably would have kept more, maybe, if I hadn't kept the Diane von Furstenberg, because I would have had that money to play with. I have a budget for the channel every month, but with the Diane von Furstenberg in there, I had to be real selective, and I even felt like it was stretching it a little bit, keeping the $88 shirt in addition. So that's what I kept from there. But he tells everybody she saved my life. But he actually thought with not being able to even walk across the room without having to sit down and rest because he couldn't breathe, that somehow he was going to make it up the stairs. And it would have been pretty obvious to anyone that wasn't going to work. So the only thing I would have done differently with him is I would have insisted that the EMTs take him in the ambulance up there. They said, we could do it, but you'd probably be fine. But see, they're not doctors, they're EMTs. They checked his oxygen. They observed him, and I think they thought he probably had long COVID too, which is what the local ER had said. And they wheeled him on a stretcher from the inside of our garage about 30 feet out to my truck, and then I drove him up. But I would have had them take him because if one of those blood clots would have moved, they would have had some equipment on there to potentially help him until they could get to the hospital, an hour and 20 minutes away. But he was okay. He made it. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for the support from all of you who are keeping up with that and asking for updates, and who are praying for us and thinking of us, and telling me that you were thinking of us, and the encouragement and the stories of sharing similar things. And I had some stories where people said, your husband's so fortunate, and other people, because their loved one wasn't, or people who said, guess what? My loved one went through the same thing and they're okay now. So that was really encouraging and very helpful. So we have some lifestyle changes coming up. So those are kind of I think the biggest things that I wanted to hit with you guys and explain it to you, just so you know going forward. And also, I've said this in the past, and usually I'm able to keep up pretty good, but there could be a slowdown of videos based on how much time. We're putting more time, because we're doing it together now, into being healthy. And honestly, I just want to spend more time with him. He's not teaching anymore. And he's okay. And I'm kind of grateful to have a husband, and I would like to enjoy him. So that's channel news. We do have, like I said, I'm probably going to put the FabFitFun out first. I'm going to unbox that one because there's shampoo and conditioner that I need out of it. Although I did go yesterday, and hang on. Hard to talk and line your lips at the same time. I usually do this last and put my lipstick on first. And I just realized you guys are in front of a clock, so you're probably hearing a bunch of clicking. I'm sorry about that. But I did go yesterday and pick up a bottle of, I call it Oh Crap shampoo. It's the brand Heritage. It doesn't have any sulfates, parabens, all that kind of thing in it. But you get it at Walmart, and that's what I washed my hair with this morning, because the shampoo that I got from FabFitFun is still in the box. So I need that, though. I want to get it out and use it. So I'm going to be filming that today. And we will edit those and get them out as we can. I think this one's going to be an easier edit because I'm doing it on my phone. No microphone. So there we go. That looks good. Wow, I actually did that a little quicker than I thought. Now for the fun part, the eyebrows. These, they have taken on a life of their own. Who else is having this problem? I used to have really nice eyebrows. They laid good. They were soft. And now these suckers, they're starting to get wiry. There's white hairs in there. It's anybody else having this problem? It's getting harder to tame your brows as you're getting older. And you guys got a nice up close and personal of my face without makeup and everything, because this is close. So Now you know what the distance, lighting, and I think my husband also puts a beauty filter on the camera when I filmed. I think it gives a little bit of a soft focus. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that. He can't tell a difference, but I kind of just want to be real, you know. I just want people to see, hey, this is what I really like. I think I've always been a person who wants to see things for what they are. And so you guys are getting to see me for what I am in this one because there is no beauty filter on my camera. And I edited the last two videos completely. I mean, the morning I took him to the ER, when I came downstairs, when he called me and said, I think I need to go to the hospital, from downstairs, he called me upstairs because he couldn't get upstairs to talk to me about it. He was putting the video clips together so that they could be edited later. The man, he's productive, I'll tell you that. So I was going to do a little color on my brows, but maybe I'll just do it out here on the ends. But so when we came home, the first couple of days, you know, obviously I was keeping an eye on him, but I would just run down there and work on him a little bit. And I did all of the editing, including the bloopers. The bloopers were mine. Now there probably won't be any bloopers on this one because, again, it's on my phone. But yeah, I did those all by myself. I don't think they're as smooth as his, but I'm still not disappointed in them. So anyway, so if you would do me a favor, if you didn't, and watch that Halara video, those type of hauls didn't tend to do quite as well. So if you would watch that, I would appreciate it. It actually was a really, really great haul. So you want to know a little secret? And I don't know if a lot of content creators know this, but people think that when we get those hauls, or at least when I get those hauls, and they send me the items free for review, and most of them I'm not paid to make them, it's just for the clothes. I don't keep the clothes. I've said this before, I donate them, but I found out that you legally have to claim the value of any clothes that you keep from a haul as income. So then we would pay taxes on that later. So now I just give everything away. Even if I like a piece, it all goes away. I had some goals in mind. Hang on. This is a rose water thing. I don't know if I like, I know it seems like a lot, but the mist is so fine. I don't know if I like this for, it's rose water and glycerin. I got it in a box somewhere. It says it's supposed to help set makeup in addition to being good for your skin. I don't think I like it as well as I like my Ulta Beauty setting spray. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, BJ. I had some financial goals in mind, and I still have a little ways to go, but I'll just tell you, BJ doesn't qualify for life insurance because of Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome can qualify for life insurance if they're cognizant and they are saying, I want this life insurance, and they live by themselves alone. BJ does not. He lives in a group home. He's kind of low functioning. He's a sweetheart. He's almost nonverbal. He doesn't qualify. So I've been saving because he doesn't qualify for life insurance, and I don't want that to be a burden on my girls if something happens to me. And my husband is a wonderful father figure to him, but he's not his biological father. And so I don't feel like that's my husband's responsibility. So every dime that has been made from this channel and other sources, I've just been saving little bits over the years, has been saved, and I finally have the minimum amount that I need for him. I just found that out the other day. I didn't think I had enough, and I do. So thank you if you've ever, bought me a coffee, used my Rakuten link, purchased when an affiliate link or something. Sam has given me no issue with taking the money that is brought in from this and saving it towards him instead of replenishing what is spent on the channel. So there's a whole lot more than people know, but I think most YouTubers really don't make that much until they start getting into really big numbers. Should have done my lower lashes first. This is a MAC. I don't know what kind it is, but it's a MAC. There we go. MAC Stack Mascara. I normally don't do mascaras that are this thickening. I have long, thick eyelashes on my own. They're a little bit thinner since I've gotten older, but it tends to make them look a little bit clumpy, and I get accused sometimes of wearing fake lashes. But for recording, this works really good. I got in the same exact Macy's Beauty box, I got an Idole by Lancome mascara. Oh my goodness, that's what I've been looking for years. Merle Norman made one called Creamy Flowmatic that I loved. It just coated my lashes. I made them look like my lashes, which is a good look. And I haven't been in a Merle Norman in many years, and I've been trying to find something less expensive. You know, drugstore brand couldn't. The Lancome is expensive. It's $31 a tube, but it is so beautiful on my eyes. It's perfect. It's what I've been looking for my whole life, or at least many, many years. So I was like, I'm going to order a tube of that. It's on its way. It will be here soon, along with a really pretty lipstick and a brow gel, because I go through a lot of brow gel. Well, I'm going to put my glasses on real quick, see how I did. Always looks better with them. Oh, hey, not too bad. So that's my get ready with me. There's a bunch of information you may not have wanted to know about me. I hope you enjoyed this. I really appreciate you watching it. I know you're one of my loyal viewers if you're watching this, and I really, really appreciate you. You guys mean the world to me. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye and be blessed. Oh, squish the like button, please. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye and be blessed. Eyeshadow. I forgot mauve eyeshadow. Does it really make that much difference? Can you tell a difference in my eyes? I'm going to think of what I was talking about. Clothes, hauls. Might have a blooper afterwards, after all.